Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Ryan and Degenerate Passive Income. Once again, joined with my guest AJ. We do this every Tuesday night. We missed last Tuesday, guys. But AJ was doing some traveling, so sorry about that. Not a big deal. Everything is fine, like I put in the chat. Sometimes we're not available every Tuesday, but you know what? We've only missed a couple, I think, this year, so it's been pretty good. The market is flying. $3,900 ETH, I think, right now. Things are looking up. Bonds are killing it. And we've got other things going on too. We'll talk, towards the end of the stream. But today we want to focus on the bonds, and we want to talk about just everything about it. Like, how does it work? A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand how important it is for the wallets to be doxed on DBank, and how important it is for the team to be doxed and transparent. You can ask questions right to the founder and the co-founders and all that stuff. And I just can't stress enough how important that is. I realize it. That's why I have big bags into this thing. And a lot of other people do too. I mean, we're rolling. It's the numbers don't lie. You cannot lie with DBank because everything is recorded, and we'll go through that as well. So with that said, guys, AJ, thank you for taking the time again this week for our date night. I love it. We're back. Welcome back.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, bro, glad to be here. I miss our Tuesdays. We've only missed like 2 or 3 maybe in a year, man. I think you and I probably hold the record for the most AMAs ever. So yeah, it's always good to be back. Nothing is wrong. We're here. We're always available. Just was enjoying some family time over the weekend and into Tuesday. So, but we're back and we're grinding and we're ready to go. So. Market, like you said, market looks great. Bonds look great. The system is working exactly as intended. And we're everybody's happy. So yeah, I can't say much more than that. ETH, I think, yeah, man, we're poised to go over all-time highs. I'm really confident in the next few weeks that now that we're seeing institutional interest in ETH, I think we get over $4,000 in no time. And I think all-time high isn't much more than that. I think around maybe $4,200 somewhere in there.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
40, 49, 40, yeah, 48.91 was the all-time high.
yeah. So we're definitely getting close to that. And honestly, brother, I mean, you can go back and watch every Tuesday AMA that you and I have done. We've said like this is kind of playing out the way we expected. Obviously, we can't tell the future, but usually things start picking up around July. We saw that happen this month, and then we see a blow off top later in the year. October, November, and yeah, I mean, I think that is going to hold true. And if anything, we also see maybe an extended cycle into early next year, just because again the institutional interest is here, and people just like MicroStrategy with Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin to have in their reserves. We're now seeing that happen with Ethereum. So, and why that's bullish is because when these Wall Street companies start buying these assets as a treasury play, they usually never sell. So that is why it's so bullish for long-term accumulation, and they just continue to raise money against the value of the assets. So that to me is really bullish, and obviously that trickles down into bonds because that means prices on all the assets we provide LP for go up. We see volume pick up. I don't know if you posted last week. We posted it in the DexFi channel. We did like $12,000 in one day in revenue on fees. So that shows that volume is picking up. And again, same with Bernard Bonds. That same day was the all-time high in fees for bondholders. So
Right. Yeah. And we haven't even hit the alt season yet. And that's what excites me.
exactly.
Like I understand, Bitcoin new all-time high, ETH new all-time high. I'm waiting for the alts to roll. I mean, because I got bags of those, and I'm more apt to selling off some of my alts to take some profits. And this guy's right here. This is what you see. This, trading around 36 to 30. These are people taking profits here. The diamond hands, they're still holding because they know what's coming. They know what's coming.
Totally.
I know what's coming. I'm holding all my ETH, all my Bitcoin. And whether that, it's everybody's going to try time the top. It's never going to happen. But that's just the way, what makes crypto great, because you never do know what's going to happen. And you can just speculate, and that's what makes it exciting. And
Totally.
like we've said to AJ, DexFi and the vaults and Bernard Bonds, I mean, this is what the big guys are doing. The BlackRocks, the State Streets, the Vanguards, they're all doing this, the same thing we're doing. Like,
Totally.
when it comes down to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. So again, man, you made some great points there. And yeah, I mean, obviously, we're all here in crypto. I know a lot of us are here for the technology, but at the end of the day, we like the number going up, obviously. And to your point, buying and holding has been a proven strategy for gains. But rather than having to actually speculate on the top of the market, and taking the for lack of a better word, gamble on when to sell and when to take profit, LP providing really solves that. And that's what I love about LP positions is you you don't have to time the top in terms of selling at all-time highs. You just have to have LP positions, and you still get the exposure of the tokens going up in price, and you're earning yield along the way. So dollar for dollar, you might not get as much as if you were to actually sell the very top of the market, but it is a much better way to hedge against that and win no matter what as we move forward. And yeah, I mean, this is what all the big guys do. I mean, they have entire teams of quants that sit behind a computer and manually manage LP positions and market make and everything else to make fees. So we've done this in a way that now it's very scalable and completely hands off. So you don't have to have a finance degree to provide LP anymore, for sure.
Right. And what he's talking about, guys, LP positions. This is what Bernard Bonds is everything goes right in DexFi, and everything goes right into these vaults, private vaults. There's over, I don't know how many private ones are there, like 30 or 40, mixed in with these 200 and some, right? Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there you go, 246.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even include the private vaults. And we're back over all-time high in TVL too, what is that? Almost 4.6
Yep.
million. So yeah, again, and that's the other cool part. Like anybody can do this on their own if they have the understanding. And I encourage everybody to experiment with it. That's a cool thing about learning crypto and being your own advocate for sure. But if you don't have the time, the bonds are a great solution. So yeah, and I know you've been practicing
Yeah.
with the positions too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just touch on that quick. I did this just for content, guys, because you guys know how smart I am. I'm not the brightest guy in the room. I put $500 exactly into this thing 67 days ago or something like that. I've been making, we can go to but this is what I went into 5 different plays. I put 100 into each one, and you could see, so this would be I'm up like $87 just in if you click on these, it'll show you the P&L right here. So at deposit, it was $106. Now it's at 186. So I'm up $80 plus I've made $10 in stables, right? Like I can go claim my USDC. That's how you read this, right? Like the total.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yep, the yield. Yeah. So
in 60 days, 67 days, I'm up 112%. Is that correct?
yeah, bro. Again, it's insane. If you include the yield and the price appreciation, that is where we get the P&L total. And on top of all this, just as a side note, that exact metric, all those little boxes right there, that is coming to Bernard bonds. So we're about 2 weeks away. We're hoping to have it about 1 week away, but our dev team has been working their asses off. So, but yeah, this will also be now available in your dashboard on Bernard bonds, so you really can see your cost basis, what you've earned, what the price has gone up or down, and again, it's all right there and at your fingertips. So this just shows how powerful the bonds are. Now, again, anybody can do this and speculate on their own. Some vaults are up and some vaults are down. Just be aware of that. I think Fartcoin's been down a little bit. I don't know any of the others, but still, over time, the yield usually outpaces the downside for sure.
Right. Yeah. And that's where I'm up in all of them except Anon. And
Anon, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Anon's been struggling a little. It's an AI play. But yeah, and that's why again, diversification is so important. You're in 5 volts here. The bonds are in about 40 volts. So, like you were saying earlier, even if we have 2 or 3 losers compared to everything else, it still has the fund in a very healthy position for sure.
Yeah. So feel free, guys, to connect your wallet, and you just need some ETH on base, and you can go in any of these vaults. Anybody can do it. You don't have to talk to me. It's just right on your dashboard. And like I said, I just did this for content, so I could go and claim. I have not claimed 1 cent out of this in 67 days. So I have made $107.78 just in profits. Now, if I sold everything, I'd be up another like $80. So
Yep.
I made 180 bucks. That's about $3 a day is what I've made by doing nothing. And I don't even look at it. I looked at it like a week ago to make a video on it. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm up, whatever. So yeah, I mean, feel free to do that. If you guys have the time and the knowledge and the know-how to, to research coins and look at charts. I don't have that. I need the easy button, and the easy button's called Bernard Bonds. You put your ETH on base in, and you buy a bond, and your ETH on base automatically goes into vaults specifically chosen by AJ and Jake, and that's how it is. And that's easy for me because I don't want to be bothered with, oh, I need to check this, I need to check that. I don't have time for it, and
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, Ryan. And again, you're right, man. This is what we do. We eat, sleep, and breathe these LP positions. So the hardest part is finding the right vaults to go into. And again, we helped you a little bit on some of the ones that we like. But yeah, I mean, if you didn't have somebody like us and doing it on your own, there is definitely a learning curve. But again, I mean, you learn best by doing. So I would say everybody at least try it, but don't put a bunch of money that until you're really comfortable with it, and go to bonds. I mean, again, we use the reason we're showing this is the infrastructure that we use, on the back end. So this is how we generate yield. It's how we've been doing it for 4 years now. We use our own treasuries to yield, and yeah, I mean it's been working flawlessly from the get-go. Obviously, we had a little bit of a minor bump a few months ago, but now everything is bulletproof and working incredibly well for sure.
And maybe we should touch on the word bulletproof, AJ.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow is it some kind of legacy migration is happening or something. I don't know the full story yet but could you just touch
Yeah,
on
totally.
that?
Yeah, so that's a great segue. So, as everybody knows, I mean, as of the launch of bonds, we've been ultra focused on security. And even from day one, all of our smart contracts have always been bulletproof. Unfortunately, we had a minor issue with an exploit through the web server a few months ago, but now our TVL is actually higher than what it was post that happening. And, we have now been able to look at all aspects. So we actually did another independent audit on bonds specifically. So although all the smart contracts and vaults are bulletproof, and we've proven that, especially with private vaults, because everything in Bernard Bonds is a private vault. that we do that for two reasons. Number one, it keeps it the secret sauce away from people that want to copy trade. But number two, um, even with the vulnerability that we had, none of the private vaults were ever affected. Um, so that's another safety measure as well. However, again, we did an independent audit on the bonds themselves, and there wasn't any exploits, which is amazing. But there was an accounting potential accounting manipulation. So we are going to be doing uh, a migration tomorrow, I believe. But the cool thing is that that doesn't affect anybody. All that happens is under the hood. You don't have to do anything. You may not even notice that we've done it. It's just all behind the scenes, and you still get your rewards. There may be about an hour or two of downtime, but you still get everything you are doing, and that just shows our commitment to continually, looking at every possible aspect of safety in the protocol for sure.
Right. I mean, that's awesome. I'm all about that for safety and security because, and maybe while we're on that aspect, maybe we should talk about wallet safety. We've had
For
a
sure.
couple, 3, 4 people since bonds started have their wallets get hacked. I maybe I'm not that carefully. I keep my my big bags of crypto that I just hold on a Ledger Nano X, and it sits in my EMP folder inside my gun safe, inside my big huge gun safe.
Yes, for
It sits
sure.
in 2 safes and an EMP folder. So I'm hoping that stupid thing is safe in there. But I don't. It gets hooked to one laptop, never on a different network. I mean, I know a lot of people do crypto on their phones, guys. I do not recommend that. I hate it. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, AJ, but I know
Yes.
everyone's lives are on their phones, but you know what? A person, if you're serious about crypto, one laptop, one network, no public Wi-Fi in an airport. That's just you're just asking for something to happen. What's your opinion on that, AJ?
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, once you really start having a substantial amount of money in crypto, really you should do it no matter what. But whatever is enough money for you that if it was gone, it would be a problem. Then you have got to get serious about crypto safety. And we say it all the time, and unfortunately, it is sometimes a learning curve that everybody has to go through. But yeah, what you said again, I highly recommend never ever do crypto on your phone. Always either have a MetaMask or a Rabby. Those are the two wallets that we recommend, not only because they're the most user friendly, but also they're the least hacked. Um, and you just have to be smart. I know, unfortunately, we all have good nature, and even some people try to intimidate or impersonate me or Ryan or send DMs. We would never ever ask you for your seed phrase or your private key, and under no circumstances should you be giving the seed phrase or private key to anybody. Like Ryan said, the only you shouldn't even have your seed phrase or private key on your computer. It should be written down and in a safe or safety deposit box because once somebody has those keys, they own your wallet. There is no help desk. There is no, customer service. That's it. And luckily, the way bonds are designed, we do have a bit of a gap there that we can try to mitigate hackers. But like a lot of our other smart contracts, HVM, for example, with staking, all of those are decentralized in a way that we can't really alter that because it's code. So you have to understand that you need to be very serious because if you are compromised, 90% of the time you lose everything. So again, just be really safe. A hardware wallet is great. Again, if you're doing a lot of transactions and moving money around, every day, you can use a hot wallet and keep smaller amounts in that, and then just move your larger holdings into a ledger protected wallet. But the hardware wallets have gotten really good now. And again, those are another safety measure. All of our holdings within bonds is through a hardware wallet that's biometrically linked to us. So there's a lot of cool safety features that can prevent all this from being an issue. So and even YouTube videos. I mean, they're great to watch and learn, but be very careful about clicking links in those YouTube videos. So I would look up, how to use a ledger, how to protect your wallet, how to be safe. Watch the video, but never connect to any of those links because sometimes those are phishing as well. So everybody in this world is trying to take your crypto from you. You just have to be smart about it. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know if you want to add to that,
yeah,
Ryan.
while we're talking about wallets, Kendall Torres, everything has been fantastic except for the Exodus problem, which nothing has been done for about a month. This platform is awesome. Yeah, I mean, Exodus, I don't want to talk bad about anything or anybody, but I think Exodus is probably one of the worst wallets that I've ever dealt with. I don't know what
Totally.
you think about Exodus,
Yeah,
AJ.
I agree, Ryan. I mean, again, allegedly, I had a friend, back in the old days, as a lot of you know, I've been in crypto for 10 plus years now, and I had a friend that actually had, 10 Bitcoin stolen from his Exodus wallet, and, it was on, again, I don't want to imply, but I think it was an inside job. So, yeah, I think, there's just so many options out there and just start a new wallet. I mean, it's really simple. If you are used to Exodus, I get it, or any of the other Trust Wallet, any of those. But really, in terms of safety and usability, MetaMask and Rabby are the best. So.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I,
now with bridging and everything now is so seamless that there really isn't a reason not to use either of those. Like you can bridge from Exodus to Rabby or use it on any device. So again, just keep that in mind for sure.
right. Yeah, and Cody Brown says Exodus work. Yeah, Exodus does work. A lot of people don't understand that you need to have the Exodus on your what do you call it up here on your extension, and
Yeah,
Exodus
you download
works
the wallet
fine.
extension.
A lot
Yeah,
of people are using um, the Exodus on the Web3 for the bonds, and that's fine if you guys are comfortable with that. I mean, don't listen to me or AJ or whoever. I prefer MetaMask. AJ prefers Rabby. And I know that he talks about Rabby a lot. I haven't done anything with Rabby yet. I guess I need to. So I'm going to look into that as well. Yeah, it's I don't want anybody losing their crypto. I mean, because there are so many scammers. And please, if you guys are wondering if it's me, DMing you or AJ or Jake, if you got a message from me, you would see a previous conversation from when we had
totally.
a long time ago. Like you need to be like smart. I would never ask for anybody's seed phrase, or I mean, that's just a no-no because automatically that's a scammer, guaranteed. I mean, because why would I need your seed phrase? I mean, that's ridiculous. If you need help with something, we will try our best to help you out. We helped a special lady from the East Coast this evening work out some bugs for her. We got that taken care of. And so we're here to help as much as we can. But, we have other things going on too, guys. So just try being super cautious and pay attention. Don't hook it to any like ROI dApps besides Bernard Bonds or DexFi, And
Totally.
I think most of the rug pull ROI dApps, you don't see them out anymore. I mean, there's a few, but no one's getting into them, guys. I mean, I still get DMs every single day. People want me to promote these ROI dApps and we're mining here and we're trading here. I know the game. Okay, I know the game. It's a joke, and I had $3,000 stolen out of my MetaMask about 2.5 years ago. That wasn't any fun. It was an ROI dApp that I actually did videos on. And at the end of the day, they rugged the money that, like it wasn't right. It sucked. I knew it was them. They didn't admit it, but whatever. But
Totally.
It is what it
Yeah,
is.
and to your point, Ryan, I mean, that's what happens. If you do connect to scammy sites, sometimes when you're actually connecting, they'll have a blind transaction in there that allows an approval to take all your crypto. So again, even when you're signing transactions, no matter what site it is, even if it's Bernard Bonds, make sure you always read what the transaction is doing. And that's why I like Ravi and MetaMask because when you sign a transaction, it tells you. Again, I mean, you don't have to be a crypto expert, but you can see if it says unlimited approval. That's usually an issue. So yeah, just like you were saying, Ryan, be smart, use common sense, and just have a mindset that everybody is out to screw you. If it's not, me or Ryan on screen with you. So yeah, and people, the way Telegram and Discord work, they can easily copy your username and your picture. So you have to make sure that, like Ryan said, you have a history, and make sure that it is the right actual ID, the web ID in Telegram, not just the username for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe if they still think, maybe ask them a question that that they wouldn't know, like what was your
Yes.
dog's name? Like my dog Chewy. That's what Bernard Buns. What was what do you like to do in your spare time? Obviously, everyone knows I like fishing. A question like that, if they can't answer it, boom, you know it's a scam. But if there's another thing, just the DM me from one of my names in the Telegram group.
Yeah, the
When
group, exactly.
I
Yeah.
post like a video or something, then it's going to be, hey, did you DM me? No, I didn't. Block them, delete them, whatever. I mean, that's just common sense, guys. Let's use it. We don't need anybody losing their crypto. Bottom line. So Kendall says the Ethereum is stuck on the Exodus wallet. I can't move it off of the Bernard Bonds website. Well, Bernard Bonds doesn't have anything to do with your Ethereum, Kendall. Your Ethereum is in your Exodus,
Exactly. Yeah.
and you should be able to send it to wherever you want. But Bernard Bonds doesn't hold your Ethereum. So I
Yep.
don't know.
So it's got to be in your wallet somehow. And
Yeah,
yeah, again, I would just look up a video on Exodus. I have no idea what even to tell you because I don't use that wallet. But yeah, like Ryan said, and that's what these wallets are. They are a way for you to self custody your funds, and that's what you should be doing in crypto anyway. Because even when you use like the desktop version of Exodus, I'd still think Exodus lets you have private keys. But like Coinbase, for example, if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So if you have funds on Coinbase or Gemini or any other centralized exchange, you can't even participate in these DeFi protocols because that's technically not your crypto. So it's really important that you use self custody wallets to be able to do stuff like this.
right. Yeah. Let's see. Tina says we can connect multiple wallets to Bernard Bonds, correct? I'm thinking that it may be better to have multiples in case of hack. I have multiple wallets in Bernard Bonds, guys.
Yes, great
I have
idea.
four. I have four separate wallets. I got big bags in all of them. So I don't keep, and a lot of it, some is just for the content, like this one that I always show. I got 20, 30, or 116 bonds worth $32,000. This is one of my wallets, and I show it for content. I show it to you guys to say, hey, I actually do have my own money here, guys. I mean, this is me in this, because you can't fake that, right? So have multiple wallets if it makes you feel better, 2, 3, 4. But remember, those keys that you have are the keys to every single wallet under that MetaMask account. Each
Yes.
account doesn't get, because you can see if I click my MetaMask, you guys can see all my different wallets. I got a whole bunch of them, so it's just keep that in mind.
Yep,
It's
absolutely. Yeah, and
yeah,
to that point, Ryan, that's a great point. So to be extra safe too, I mean, it's okay to have one or two, but remember, if that seed phrase gets compromised, it can potentially compromise all the wallets under that seed phrase. So
mm,
it's important that when you do have multiple wallets, that you do them as a fresh account. And Ravi and MetaMask will allow you to add a brand new seed phrase or create a wallet for you. Like I said, those two wallets are so user friendly that you don't have to really do anything outside of them. It's just an option in the settings. You say create a new wallet with a new seed phrase, and it will give you that seed phrase. Write it down. Don't put it on your computer. And then create 3 or 4 of those, and then yeah, that way you're protected. Even if one gets hacked, you still have the other 3. So yeah,
Right.
that's a great point for sure. Yeah.
Maybe while you're talking about that, I didn't even know, now that you say that, I didn't even know that you could get another MetaMask wallet with a new seed phrase. Could you walk me through it?
Yeah,
How I do that
yeah.
here?
So it's been a while since I've used, but yeah, go to settings right there at the top. I think. Yep, those hamburger. Let's see. Uh,
Settings?
maybe. Yep, and then no, that's all that. No, maybe you're right. That's up the that drop down in the middle, Ryan. And, yep,
Oh,
that one. Let's see that. Add account.
okay.
Yep, down there, and then um uh let's see. Do yeah, Ethereum account, and it should say
I'll just
yep,
put
yep,
test
test, yep.
and add. Okay.
Yeah, see that, so that did it under your current key.
Right.
Yeah, I'll research it, and we'll go over it on the next AMA because I don't want you to accidentally show something you shouldn't either. But yeah, I know there's a way to do it. Again, if you Google it, that might help too. I know in Rabby, there's just a little button at the top that says add a new wallet, and then it'll tell you to add a new from a new seed phrase. So
Right.
yeah, totally.
Yeah. Excellent. I'm glad we talk about wallet safety. I'm glad we touched base on that because it's super important, guys. Nobody needs to be losing their crypto to scammers or crazy ROI dApps and stuff like that. To
Totally.
have it connected to nothing. Just this is good because as you go along, you're going to learn to be a crypto expert. And within a year, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Like I said, I've been in crypto for 4 years, and I didn't know that I could have another account on MetaMask. See, I learn stuff all the time. So, I mean, that's what we're here to do. We'll learn together, and we're going to have some fun doing it, and hopefully we make some money doing it. So,
yeah,
with that
I love
said,
it.
guys, the bonds. Let's talk about the bonds. That's what we're here for. As you can see, I bought 114 bonds on June 30th, and at the time, I spent $25,000. Okay. It was 9.93 ETH at the time, and it was 25,000 worth of ETH on base I had. Now, we can go over that in a couple of weeks. That'll show. Those numbers will show now when you get your new, when we get the website update, it'll show what I bought them at, AJ.
Yeah, brother. So it'll index everything from the past. So yeah, it'll show what you bought it for in terms of ETH value and USDC value. And then yeah, it'll say the price appreciation or depreciation from that time, and then the yield, and then the P&L is the combination of those 2.
Right. Excellent. So yeah, I'm 31 days for 29 days, 30. So about 30 days in a month today, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
wow, there you go. Yeah.
So 30 days, perfect. I should have did the math before this. So 30 days, my $25,000 has made, just through price appreciation, I'm up. What is that? $7,600 about.
Yep.
Yeah, $7,615. I'm up. Plus, I've claimed twice out of this. I always claim when I hit 1,000 USDC. Okay, guys. So actually, no, I claimed once at 1,050 or like 1,100. So I've almost made I've made about $2,000 in 30 days, plus the 76.15. So that's 96.15. We need to do some quick math here, I think, because this is crazy numbers now.
I know, this is bullish, man. For sure. Yeah.
So how would we do that? 76.15. I'm going to do 25,000 times. That'd be what? It's almost 30%.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Again, it's hard to do math on stream, but yeah.
Yeah, times point. We'll just do 28%. It's over. It's like 28.5, 29% money I've made since in 30 days from the price appreciation of ETH, which is good, plus the USDC, the stables that drop every second into my wallet. This number has changed multiple times since we've been on this stream, right? So it went up over $1. And I can claim this anytime, guys. I can claim this money anytime, right to my wallet, fee-free, no fees. Plus, say I get in an accident, say something happens. One of my apartment buildings needs something big and I needed some extra cash. I can go here and unstake and I can go over here and redeem, and I'm going to get this amount minus 10%. I can sell my bonds any time I want. So that'd be 3261. I'd lose about $3,200. So I'd have 29 grand laying around. I'm still up $4,000. I would still be up $6,000.
Yeah, even with
the penalty in 30 days, guys. So I don't know where else you guys are making these profits, but if you are, please message me or say something in here, because I need in on something like that, because it is amazing. And that is the power of the vaults. It is the power of the team. And, it just goes to show you that these guys got it figured out. I mean, someone's way smarter than me. That's why I choose Bernard bonds and just let my money ride in there. And it's been absolutely insane, because first of all, you're getting USDC dropped in your wallet just from this number right here, the 65% APR. And plus you're getting, when you sell or redeem your bond, you're getting ETH on base. You're getting the underlying asset back. You're not getting stables. You're getting ETH back. No other protocol gives you the underlying asset. They're going to give you stables while they've made money on the price appreciation of what you sent them in. Right, AJ?
Yeah, bro. Again, Ryan, it's crazy. When you break down the math, I mean, it's, I like to say it's unfuddable. So you can't FUD it because,
Right.
again, math doesn't lie. And yeah, I mean, there are a few other, there really isn't many, but maybe 2 or 3 other protocols that do something similar, but none of them have full transparency. None of them give you the exposure to the underlying assets, and none of them allow you to withdraw immediately. Some of the protocols, they make you lock up for an entire year. So it's crazy. I mean, they have secondary marketplaces, but you're usually selling, their fees just alone to exit is 15%, and you usually have to discount your bond, or their version of that, to be able to sell it to somebody else. So yeah, I mean, this is unheard of. And again, the APR has been really consistent. I know, people on Tuesdays, APR is probably the lowest because we do a rollover on Wednesdays and Thursdays of all the yield, but we've been averaging at least around 75% APR over that month, or whatever, how long you've been in. And if you do the math backwards, Ryan, just from the yield alone, you're still at what, about 6% a month, somewhere in
Yeah,
there? Yeah.
6.5, 6.4,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and the power of compound interest is incredible too. Again, we want everybody to take profit. Like Ryan said, you can claim that USDC, pay your bills, go to dinner, or use it to hyper compound into more bonds. Because again, if you're buying bonds while ETH is low, when we do see a new all-time high in ETH, then you're essentially making more from price appreciation, and you're yielding more at the same time. And the APR will scale. So because we're earning actual ETH and actual assets from the fees, we convert that to USDC to lock in the gains. But meaning even when the ETH goes double, triple, the APR should still be very consistent because we're just earning more in dollar value. So that's
Right.
another really cool side effect of all this, for sure.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'd like to touch on too, because I've got multiple DMs in the last 2 weeks, because we missed last week's AMA. I've got multiple DMs. I mean, even from my people who have been with me for months and months and months, years now. They're like, why would I buy a Bernard bond for $280? Let's use the price right now, $280, and make 65.4% when I can go over here to the DexFi Treasury and get 72.76, and the bonds are $20 cheaper.
Yeah. So
I don't know what to tell them, because I'm not going to steer them either way. Either or is good, but I just say, you know what? At the end of the day, it's all going to be averaged out. Am I right?
You're 100% right. So just because the last 2 weeks, Bernard has been slightly lower, the 3 weeks before that, Bernard was higher. So again, it's not a one-to-one comparison. And another really cool thing I want to point out, Ryan, too, is the mint price. So even though the APR might be a little bit lower on Bernard bonds, the way that we have structured the allocations, the mint price is holding up better on Bernard bonds than Treasury bonds. So 0.074. If you had been in Bernard bonds, you're actually up a little bit more in terms of ETH as well. So again, those are just little minutia that, again, I think people get hyper focused on the little things, but in the long run, it won't matter, because it's the exact same strategy under the hood for Bernard and for DexFi. And to your point, Ryan, the more TVL that we have, the more we all win. I mean, eventually we'll have a lot of the debt paid off, and then APRs can even go higher from here. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you heard it from the horse's mouth right there, guys. There's your answer. Because I didn't really want to. It didn't matter to me, because it's all going to the same pot at the end of the day. Bernard bonds is just a white label service for a DexFi. It's all getting handled the same way, and it's all getting evolved. I myself have some treasury bonds. Okay, because not that I'm going to do content saying, oh, this one outperformed this one, because they don't. I've had each one for 30 days now, and it's within 0.0 or no, more than that. I've had them for like 45 days since inception. I bought a treasury bond and a Bernard bond on day one of Bernard bonds, just to compare, and it's within 0.03%, I think. So
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, again, the math doesn't lie. I'm sure we can do it backwards, But yeah, I mean, totally. And you can see, and we say this all the time. People get really hung up on the APR number, but remember, APR is annual percentage rate. So to be able to say there's even a 10-point difference in APR over a week period, it's basically just doing future telling at that point, because you have to have the data from a longer period of time. And to your point, Ryan, a month is a lot better gauge than a week. So if you average it out over a month, then the APRs are very, very similar. And yeah, I mean, again, I have both too. I have Bernard bonds and Treasury bonds. We spread it around. We there is a little bit of variance just on our timing, because again, we were able to get DexFi entries a little earlier because we launched Bernard bonds later on. But that is where the difference is there's more of the entry and exit timing, but not the different assets. If you look at the LPs side by side, they're almost identical. So
yeah, exactly. So nothing crazy. And speaking of the LPs, guys, you could, like I said before, every single thing is traceable. You click this little button right over here, it's going to bring you to this website. And this website is called DBank, where every single transaction that runs through this wallet is tracked. You can't get away from it. There's nothing on this screen that people can lie about, because here it shows we've got 14,000 in USDC in our holdings, $37 in some ETH on base, and we've got some Sonic, right? And here's all the vaults that they are in. I don't know how many are here. We've got to be looks like close to 20 probably, and the amount, right? And this isn't giving away the secret sauce either, guys. Okay, it shows what we're in, but it doesn't show the entries. It doesn't show the exit. It doesn't show the important part, the ranges that we have. Tighter the range, remember, the more fees we make, right? So keep that in mind. And we've also got, almost 18,000 bucks in Sonic. So our treasury's healthy, about 31 grand. Always, and the reason why some people say, well, why aren't you? Well, how come that money's not working for us? Well, they might find a crazy entry on something, and they might put 5,000 bucks in or 7,000 or whatever. I mean, that's kind of what it's there for, right, AJ?
Yeah, perfectly said, Ryan. Again, man, you're becoming the more we do these AMAs, you're an expert now, bro. I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. So, yeah, but yeah, we keep some USDC on the side to be able to get better entries. If we think the market is frothy, we keep more in ETH. If we don't, we keep more in USDC, and then that is used to then enter the votes when we feel the time is right. And DBank is a completely third-party, independent, trusted service. Like there is absolutely no way that we can alter any of the information on this. It's pulling the data right from the blockchain itself. And again, this is something nobody does. Honestly, this right here is what makes me the most proud of bonds because everybody always says, transparency, but it's very hard to prove that in some cases. And so now we're putting our money where our mouth is literally and showing the transparency that no other protocol does. So again, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because it's show portfolio. You can show if you click transactions, it'll say when the last one was minted. It'll show when they deposited ETH into the wallet. I mean, it shows everything. The withdrawals, it shows them going into different pools. Everything is there to see, guys. There is no lying. There is no, 100% transparency. That's just beautiful. Like AJ said, nobody else is doing it. Bernard Bonds and DexFi, they're doing it. And it's all in front of everybody for everybody to see. And that's what I love about it. I don't know what else to say about that, but I mean, the transparency is key. That's what everybody has wanted in the last 3 or 4 years, guys, because everyone's getting sick of rug pull. We need doxed people. No other protocol has the co-founders on weekly, doing AMAs, asking any question out there. And, they don't have none of their wallets are doxed on DBank or any other website. They're not giving you the underlying asset exposure to that. They're giving you stables back in returns, and if you were to sell, they're charging a massive fee. Oh, speaking of the fee, we never talked about the 10% fee, AJ. Quick note, guys, if you redeem your bonds, if you click the dreaded redeem button and you want to sell, if you want to sell your bond, I get it. Things come up. Hey, fine. Some people have sold a few bonds. I think there's been maybe like 35 bonds that have been sold or something like that. Not a ton, but if you click that button, 10% first you unstake, then you redeem. Okay. And it takes about 24 hours. The ETH on base will be dropped in your wallet minus the 10% tax for doing it. That 10% tax doesn't go to me. It doesn't go to AJ. It doesn't go to Jake. It stays in the protocol, rewarding us old investors that are hanging onto our bonds, who love that 60 to 70 to 150% APR when whatever we're getting. It's rewarding us. We're getting a little piece of that pie. That's what I love. It's rewarding us. It's not going to anybody, right? It's still feeless. And that's so important, that 10%. Just think if there's people who have 200 bonds, 300-400 bonds. If they were to dump one day, that's huge money, 10% of that fee. 100 bonds right now is 32. What would that be? 130, 32,000. Yeah, 32, right around there or whatever.
Yeah, and that over baseline percentages, that's a 10% gain on the fund overall. And that's insane, Ryan. And to your point, that again, everybody wants to talk about APR. That mechanism alone is mathematically guaranteed to increase the APR because you're earning on money that you never deposited yourself. So it keeps the fund healthy. It avoids swing traders, getting in and getting out. Because again, if you're not willing to be in for at least a month, we can't put that capital to work. And so now we're closing positions, that are maybe in some impermanent loss or underperforming. And it makes the APR less if we didn't have those stopgaps in place. So all that together, like you said, over the next few months, as people rotate in and out, there's always over collateralization in the bonds, which is more APR to users. So.
Right. Yeah. And here's the burn page, guys. If people were, you can see that too. If you're wondering how many have been burned,
There you go. Perfect.
3 of them right there, and then 29. So 33 bonds have been burned. This person burned 29. Hey, 29 bonds, that's probably about $700 or $800. Thank you for the boost, because I'm earning, and every one of you are earning money off of that $700 or $800 that wasn't in the pool before. So thank you very much, whoever sold 29. Sorry to see you go, but thanks for the little bigger slice of the pie. Is my thinking on that, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Again, it is. That's how it boils down. And the other thing people say, Ryan, which I know you hear, is what about a bear market? And right now, I don't even want to hear the word bear market. We're celebrating the bull market is here, man. So, but when things do start to top out, or you feel like we reached a peak, then you are welcome to sell. Again, anybody can sell at any time, which is the beauty. But that further enforces, this APR that those that stay are earning, and we can always adjust to more blue chips or more stables. The APR may go down a little bit, but there are some pools now that are paying 15% APR on pure stables. So the volume is here. We're able to pivot when we need to. And this is a bear and bull market fit for everybody, for sure. Yeah.
Exactly. Paul V says, if you were a Bruno X investor, you should go into Bernard Bonds, extra fees to help pay back. Yeah,
that's true.
You're more than welcome. Paul V was an investor in Bruno X. Obviously, everyone knows what happens there. That's on the 15th of every month. I handed out, I sent 4 bonds out, 14 days ago. I gave away 4 bonds. We're going to do that again, the 15th of August coming up. So another two and a half weeks. We're going to be giving away some more bonds. And they can do what they please with them. They can stake them and earn USDC and make the price appreciation. Or some people sold them and be like, hey, thanks for the $250 or whatever it was at the time, $270. And that's their product. You can do it. It's yours to do whatever you want. So yeah. Otherwise, even if you are a Bruno X investor, you can still get treasury bonds too. Diversify a little bit. It doesn't matter. We talked earlier. It's the APR is so close that I figured out, like I said, it was like 0.01 or 2 or 3, something like that. It wasn't even worth calculating unless you've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in it.
Totally.
So, yeah. So that's just my take on that. There is no right or wrong answer to that. But yeah, of course, if you're a Bruno X investor, Bernard Bonds, the more in the TVL, the more bonds will be given out on the 15th of every month, right? That's just the way it is. So,
yeah,
and that's
totally.
That's not, that's something that like I'm doing, because AJ and EMP, everybody, the legend EMP, been going for 4+ years. I've been in since day one. They were a multiple 6-figure investor in Bruno X. Well, you know what? Something happened, and guess what? And here we are, and I've been bothering him and Jake ever since last September or August, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like to pay back people. I don't care if it takes me 10 years. I plan on making everybody whole, and this is what it looks like. So yeah,
I agree 100%, Ryan. And again, we're at the back of the line, man. We want to have everybody else at the front, and the more TVL. We made this analogy a few times, but if we had 10 million TVL in Bernard Bonds, it would be a matter of months before everybody is made whole in Bruno. So again, it does behoove you to help spread the word and get involved with Bernard Bonds, but it's not an obligation by any means. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. And people have DM'd me that too. Hey, do I need to have purchased Bernard Bonds to be eligible to be on that wheel? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. sit back and do nothing. Go put your money in the bank and make 1% a year. I don't care what you do. Like, you don't have to do nothing. Just wait for a DM for me and say, hey, guess what? Like, there's 4 people that I haven't heard from in a long time. On the 15th of July, hey, your name got picked on the wheel. You're getting a $270 bond. Here you go. Do what you want with it. They got airdropped to them, and I don't know what they did with them, and I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because it's theirs. Do not care. That's what it looks like, guys. And that's what we're doing, and it makes me feel good that we can give back. And AJ and Jake didn't have to agree to this. It was just something that I wanted to do because obviously I want to sleep at night, right? I lost a lot of sleep over those things, and I want to make everybody whole. So, anything else about Bernard Bonds or DexFi we need to touch on, AJ?
No, brother, I think we did a great overview. Again, shout out to you and all the Bernard Bond community. You guys are by far the most successful white label. We have 2 or 3 more in the works. We announced one last week with the Elephant Money community, but you guys have really outperformed that already, which is killer. I think we're going to be at 500K in a matter of weeks, and I know you have a lot more lined up on your end, Ryan, so the TVL will just continue to grow, which again reinforces the flywheel of more TVL in the vaults, more payouts, more rewards, all the above. So
Right.
things are looking really, really good. I know we did want to touch on EarnFi a little bit too.
Yes,
Right,
and
Ryan? Yeah. Okay.
do as well on EarnFi.
Oh,
AJ
perfect.
says, wanted to ask on EarnFi, what is the main thing the bot has been trading? Is it Forex or stocks or euro versus dollar, etc.? Which was bot think is the best to invest in?
Yeah, so again, for those of you that have been following EarnFi, we made a pretty dramatic change over the last payout cycle. So we were using an offshore account, and we've now moved everything to a licensed and insured brokerage. And the things that we trade with the bot are still the same. So we're still doing some futures. Mainly, all of it is S&P 500 related. Again, this is exposure to the stock market and very little currency or crypto. So the whole idea is that it's a hedge against the crypto world and being well diversified. So what we're doing now is using a little more leverage. Again, sometimes leverage can be a bad thing, but if you use it the right way with very little exposure, it's actually way more profitable. So we were running the bot for months and months and months, and then when we opened it up, we were just really worried about losing the money on a foreign brokerage, and so we were almost too conservative, and that's why the APR went down over the last few months. But now on this new setup, we are way more profitable already. And I think what Ryan, we were talking earlier. I think we're already about 2.5% within the first week or two. So I think we'll easily hit our 6% goals now with the new setup, and be able to even hopefully do better. But again, the earning will probably be similar between Bernard or any bonds and EarnFi, just because you're not getting the price appreciation that you do with bonds. So I've always said, it's not about what is better than the other. It's about being diversified into both. So that's kind of my overall spiel. But yeah, I don't know if you want to add to that, Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just like, and I've said it in my videos before. The first month, March, I made a little over 18%. April, I made 12. May, I made 6, and then June, of course, that cycle just ended. We got 3%, and now we're almost at 3% with like 17 days to go. So I mean, I can hope we hit that. And I'll take 6% every month all year long. My real estate doesn't make that. None of my other investments make that. So 6% a month to me is absolutely dynamite, especially when there's no fees. That's just me, guys. Maybe you guys have these other crazy investments that make a lot more than that. DM me for sure because I want in, especially from a team that's doxxed and or other stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and we are
my
yeah.
phone.
And we are still working on, I know everybody's asking for the updating on the website for the actual performances. So we still are doing daily updates in the Telegram group. We built a whole system to integrate it with the website with the old brokerage. So now we have to update it with the new one. But their APIs are a lot easier to work with. So we should be able to have that up and running by the next cycle as well. But if you ever want to know what we did, I would check our Telegram, and we post screenshots every day, pretty much winning or losing. But we've only been in profit this month, so that's really cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and like I got real money in this, guys. Like I'm not scared to show my bag. Like here's my wallet's linked to this right there, right? Like that's my OX8
Yep.
27A. There you go, right there. OX8 27A. I got 50 stacks into this thing. And I got, like the first month I got we got I made $3,000 by doing nothing. Okay. Last month I made 1,500. I've got friends working in the factory who worked 50 hours a week in the last, for the last 2 months and didn't make $4,500. Okay. My money's just sitting there and I do nothing. I come back every 26 days and I just interact with the contract and it's done. That's the way I like to make money, right? I've worked long and hard enough, labor-wise, my whole life. It's time to kick back a little bit and, have some passive income, make some money while I sleep or while I'm doing something else or fishing or at my other job or whatever we're doing. But yeah, that's real money right there.
No doubt. And again, the beautiful part about this and bonds and everything that we do, if it doesn't end up working and APR goes down, then we just give everybody their money back and we focus on what is working. So again, I like this because it is able to diversify against crypto. And again, in a bull market, they're comparable, but in a bear market, maybe EarnFi does better than Bernard or any other bond. So it's just a
Yeah.
matter of being again diversified and no right or wrong answer for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, when that, I don't know, we're talking about the bear market again. When that time hits, I'll start doing content because, crypto is going to be like, oh my God, we're in the crypto, death season again. No one's even thinking about it. And I'll start doing content. Hey, this is what Bernard did. This is what EarnFi did. This is what, everything else did. I mean, hey, you'll be able to pick and choose whatever you want to, or you choose nothing and you get out of crypto until the next bull run. I mean, that's up to you. So to answer AJ's question, he was asking, is it trading Forex or stocks or euro versus dollar? What is it? Is it actually trading?
Yeah,
AJ?
so the majority of it is futures and US based stocks. So we don't really do a lot of, again, very, very little, almost zero crypto. Because again, the whole idea is we're not exposed to crypto, and very little, gold or dollar or currency trading. And yeah, it's just leverage trading on US based stocks. So
Okay. Excellent.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we
So
we we do have too. This is something I was going to say on the next AMA. I have some alpha, so those that maybe don't want to rely on us to do it. We have some alpha with this too. I know AI is getting so good that we may be able to share some of these bots with others. So I'll drop some more alpha on that on the next AMA. But I mean, this is really cool stuff. It's technology that we've been working on, for a really long time, and now finally, it's there. And so, and that was another question we get a lot is, what is the AI model trained on? And we've fed it information from many of the top traders. So it's not trained on my trade or any one person. It's a conglomerate of what successful traders have done over the years. So, and like Ryan said, we did some back testing data that was in the multiple, two-figure APR, 30, 20, 30% APR. So if we really get it dialed in EarnFi could really be something crazy for sure.
Yeah. So don't forget about that, guys. I do a weekly video on that too. There's not much to talk about. I want to show. I'm going to start doing like probably every other 2-3 days once we get this the APIs hooked up to the new website. So next month I'm probably going to be pushing EarnFi pretty hard because I think it's an amazing opportunity and it's working. It takes USDC on ETH in and out. Okay, it's no fees. It's a couple bucks in gas, guys. Okay. A lot of people complain about the gas, but like AJ pointed out last time, whenever you see the gas transaction here, it's never that much. Like it's always usually about half. Like if it says $3, usually it's $1.50 that you get charged. But sometimes ETH can get crazy. Like during the middle of the day when there's a lot of volume, it could be $10-$20. Wait till the nighttime or middle of the night, set an alarm. That's what I do. I'll set an alarm for like 3 a.m, and hey, alarm goes off. Okay, I need to do a transaction on ETH. I've saved $20-$25 before. I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'm a tight ass. I don't know, but that's just how I do it.
Yeah, that's a great advice, Ryan. Again, yeah. Usually you see spikes, when everybody's on. So yeah, all you gotta do is wait into the evening or early morning first thing when you get up. And yeah, it's usually the gas fee is usually an estimate. And so even when you do see high gas fees, a lot of times it's like half that actually goes through. And if it continues to be a problem, we can easily open up other payment gateways because obviously we're moving it off chain anyway. But for now, it's just this is what we have, and we're trying to not do any more dev time unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So there you go, guys. 17 days is when the next window opens. You cannot deposit into this right now. Okay. 17 days. When that 17-day timer hits, you'll have 4 days to do what you want, withdraw your capital and your rewards, withdraw just your rewards. You don't have to press the compound button. If you just want to leave everything in, you just let it go. It automatically compounds for you. You can just take your rewards, or you could just leave and say, hey, thanks for the 6%. I got better things to do. See ya. Like no harm, no foul. It doesn't affect anybody. All right. So pay attention to that. 17 days from now, I'll have videos and links. There is a referral link to this, and I do put it in my videos, guys. 1% of fresh deposits I get in whoever uses my link, that's going back to pay Bruno X investors again. So EarnFi is another part of the Bruno X payback. Last cycle, we didn't have much for fresh money. Okay. So there wasn't anything to pay out. Like the first cycle was, I think, $1,500. The second cycle was like a couple hundred. And this last one there wasn't hardly any new money. So we didn't have one, but that's the way it is. We're not forcing anybody's hand to do anything here. It's just an opportunity. I love the opportunity because it's not crypto. Of course, I have a ton of stocks: Apple, Google, Tesla. I got all the top 5, 6 that are just that I do myself. But I want something just done for me that I like to experiment with. So yeah. Let's see. Guy or lady may have covered it. How does Bernard and DexFi get to the? Oh, Scott Tixon is in the house. About time. All right.
There he is. Long time no see, Scott. There he is. Yeah.
How does Bernard and DexFi get to the APR?
Yeah, so I'm assuming maybe you mean the actual math behind that. So the answer is, it's the mint price of a bond again, because we always have to calculate based on the mint price. We can't show an APR per user. The P&L will do that. It'll definitely, when we have all those metrics we talked about earlier, that we're implementing, you'll get a much better idea of the APR for you personally, which again, if you've been buying bonds lower, a lower price than what they are right now, your APR is actually higher than what is displayed. That's why APR can be a little misleading. You really have to do the math on your own. But the easy way to do the APR is what you paid divided by what you got in returns. So yeah, I mean that's again, if you're gonna do a spreadsheet, I would say do both. Calculate on your own, and see how close it matches to the displayed APR. So yeah, the mint price, what what you earn, and again, you can do it daily, but that definitely gets skewed because we really need to have the data. You're better off doing it weekly or monthly to get a better realistic APR because it can fluctuate. Like right now, it's at 65. Tomorrow it could be at 75, and that 10-point spread is not a big deal over a year, but over a day, it is. So again, remember APR is yearly.
Yeah, and everybody knows I'm a math geek. I've figured it out every single way, and that number there is it's within 0.1% of every time I've figured it out. So it's bang on, guys. You don't have to worry about it. It's all figured out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome, but I mean, what do you do? Best Blind says head therapy on my knee. I forgot Scott's like a
Yeah,
billionaire.
that's
He's
right.
got knee replacements,
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah.
So, sorry about that, Scott. Tina says, did you say you're using Nano X? Yes, Nano X Ledger. Now, I should have said this earlier. Do not buy a Nano X off of Amazon or Etsy or
Yes.
if you Google it, you'll get every single website selling Nano X. Some of them might be legit. Some of them can have phishing in them right from the factory and look like a perfectly boxed Nano X. I've seen videos of it. Please do not order from the website only, guys. All right, Ledger only website. It'll take about a week to get, but then you know you're getting a real Ledger that's not hacked into already. That hasn't been. Don't get one off eBay or no. Don't try to save any money. Pay the 120 or 140 bucks or whatever it is. It's going to save you thousands in the end. So just get it off the Ledger website, please. Very, very
Yeah,
important.
absolutely. And yeah, I agree. I like Ledger. The other one, oh God, I'm having a mind blank. I wasn't as big a fan of Trezor. They're called Trezor.
Yep,
Yeah,
treasure.
Trezor. They had some issues with their firmware a few months ago. So yeah, I like Ledger. And there's another one that we use. I actually forget the name of it, but like I said, it's biometric. So you can even link it to your fingerprint, or there's like a credit card that I have and Jake has that you have to swipe the card to unlock it. So if anything happens to Jake or to me, we can recover the funds. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I can't remember the name of it either, but
Yeah, I know I'm so bad with names, but yeah, I'll have that for the next AMA as well. So yeah.
right. Yeah. So I think that's, we need to cover one more thing real quick, just in case there's anything new. I'm super excited. Let me see. Where is it? There it is, right there. The old H versus
Yeah,
O.
there we go.
I'm
We gotta end
excited
with this,
about
right?
it. In 2 days, I do it on the 31st of every single month, last day of the month. I go here and claim. I'm going to claim about 360,000 here, and I'm going to claim about 58,000 here. It's going to be about 420, 430,000 tokens, and I'm going to stake those suckers right here for 360 days to get 3.25% a month. I've been doing it for the last. It's got to be almost a year now, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Almost a
I think
year.
you're right. I think we started the pre-sale in October. So yeah, I think we're going on a year, and then yeah, we're almost there, brother. We have an incredible product. We're lining up our pack sale next, and we'll have a playable alpha hopefully by the around the October mark again, meaning with the Halloween theme. That's what we're shooting for. And if you follow our YouTube, Universe Madness on YouTube, we have an incredible reveal on this coming Thursday. Brian, I know you try to make it. I see you in the chat all the time. We're gonna actually show the in-game, basically the game. I mean, it's to a point that we can show the actual game loop of what it looks like from beginning to end. So it'll be
Oh,
really cool. Yeah.
yeah. So it's coming along then. It's not just some fly-by-night situation that the whole thing's AI and a bunch of mumbo jumbo like that.
Yeah, brother. We have a real product, the AAA title, and we have a meeting with some publishers later this week. We have Immutable on board, so we're making all the right moves, and you know, we the token again. I don't like talking about price, but it's extremely undervalued. And one more really quick thing, Ryan. If you go to Dex Screener really quick, and type in EMP, we have just had an absolute run lately on our original protocol. Yeah, Dex Screener and then EMP. And I wanted to look at this chart. Over the last few days have been incredible. So, yep, right there, first one. So if you guys are in EMP, you're living
Oh,
life. Yeah. So look at that chart. That's the best form of advertising, right, Ryan? So we
you know
did
what?
our yeah.
This I did not realize this, AJ. So
Yeah.
this makes me happy because I have bags and bags of it.
I love it,
So,
bro. There you go. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
this is good, but everybody knows these hands are made of diamonds. Like I ain't
Yeah.
going anywhere. I'm not selling
Yeah.
nothing. What
Yeah.
caused this, AJ? What
Yeah,
happened?
totally. So we did our migration. So those of you that were in Detonator or any of the legacy contracts that may or may not have made money, we made a promise to the community that we would at least give partial credit, not because we have to, but because we wanted to and make it right so that we can focus on Fusion full time now. So the old Tomb Fork model of inflationary metrics and ROI games, all that is behind us, and the community really rallied around that, and you know that we made good on what we promised, and now everybody is buying EMP and sacrificing it into Fusion. So yeah, join our socials. It is a lot. We could do a whole AMA on Fusion alone. Maybe we'll do that at a later date. But if you join our Telegram, you can find out how to get involved and you know, those that were following what we're doing have been really happy over the last few days. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna have to go and check my bag of EMP because this is
yeah,
exciting. I bet you it's pretty healthy looking. So,
yeah, no
but
doubt.
yeah, it is. There's a lot of stuff going on in MP and AJ. Maybe we should do that. Maybe next month or the month that, or whenever we have time to get people, you know, maybe involved if they wanted to. Because there's, like you said, fusion. There's batteries. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot going
there
on.
is. Yeah,
We'll
but yeah,
save
it
that
yeah,
for another
yeah.
AMA. You know,
Totally. Yeah.
yeah,
On
for
the
sure.
high level service, it's you know everything that we preach. You know, a way to single stake your EMP and earn passive income. So if you're a
Right.
fan of that, which we all are, it's worth getting to learn a little bit about. So yeah, we're again. I couldn't pass up that beautiful you know God candle, so I
That's
had to
crazy.
share it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you showed that because this is good. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to go look at my in my ledger to see what I got going on in there. This is going to be great. It'll be a good evening for me. But
Yes, brother. Awesome.
with that said, guys, I don't see any more questions. It's been an hour and 20 minutes already. My goodness, time flies. I think we answered everything, guys. We're here every Tuesday night, except 2 or 3 out of the last year, talking about Bernard bonds, talking about DexFi, Treasury bonds. You know, we've got some new things like EarnFi. I mean, you see what's going on with EMP. EMP is the OG, 4 years old. I've been in EMP since the NFTs and the detonators
Totally.
and the reactors and the God knows what they were called back then, but never a rug pull, never any. They continue to build, they continue to adapt. That's what's important. That's the people we have involved in DexFi and in Bernard bonds. Doxed, everything's doxed. All the wallets are doxed. Everything, guys. There's nothing better, right? No one else is doing what they're doing. You know, when you've got companies banging on your door, asking for, you know, what's the secret sauce, you know they're doing something right. So, with that said, guys, any questions, hit me up in the DMs. If I can't answer them, I'll get with AJ. I mean, we've even hopped on a Zoom with some people that, you know, if something tough, we'll figure it out for you. So, with that said, guys, I hope everybody has a great rest of their Tuesday evening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.